February is American Heart Month, and according to the American Heart Association, heart disease remains the leading cause of death in the U.S., with over 44% of women over the age of 20 suffering from some form of cardiovascular disease. So how is Hampton Roads fighting back against heart disease? They're doing it by going red. Joining us with a look at the Go Red for Women is the Development Director for the American Heart Association, Laura Bynum, and 2025 Chairwoman for the Go Red for Women Luncheon, Adria Van Hoosier. Thank you both for being here, coming in your red, obviously, as we go red.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we're talking about something very serious. We just heard those numbers there as well. The impact of heart disease on people, but particularly women, I mean, it's a big thing.
It is. So there's been lots of great medical advances that help people with heart disease, women included, live longer. But the risk factors that contribute to cardiovascular disease, such as high blood pressure and obesity, continue to rise.
And I know on Friday, we have a big event that you all are going to be a part of, right? Not only celebrating what's been done, but also raising awareness and, I would imagine, money for those efforts. Talk to us about what's going down on Friday.
Absolutely. So we're really excited. So on Friday, we are going to have the Go Red for Women luncheon at the Hampton Roads Convention Center. And we're going to be having the best Galentine's celebration with about 480 of our closest friends. Yeah. So we are very excited because it gives us an opportunity to all come together as women and support this remarkable cause. And there's a lot of things to look forward to. We're actually going to have a fashion show of 12 survivors from the age of 10 to 60 and get to hear their stories and how cardiovascular disease impacts all ages, all stages of lives. And then we also have Laura Coates, who's a CNN anchor, legal analyst, author. She's going to be our keynote speaker. She also has a story about how cardiovascular disease has impacted her. So we're just really excited to be able to all come together and raise awareness and education around heart disease and how important it is for women to understand that.
Now, you know, I've been a part of a few things with the American Heart Association, like the Heart Walk the last few years. And one of the big things and takeaways I always come out of it, how many of us are directly connected to someone who is impacted by heart disease. And I think that's the big thing, right? I know people in my family and friends directly impacted. These are opportunities for people in the community to really get involved. Even if you can't show up to that event on Friday, people can still give and support. What other ways can they do so with the American Heart Association?
Absolutely. So they can follow us on social media. We post all of our activities and events and programs, from heart walks to some of our work that we do in the community on our social channels. You can visit heart.org and search for our office in Virginia and plug in that way. But I highly recommend following us on social media so you can see snaps and shots from all of our different programs and things that we do.
Very active on social, by the way. Last thing I'll ask, as we're going out of time here, what's one main thing you think of often when people say, oh, I didn't think about that, that you find yourself telling folks that maybe they hadn't considered before when it comes to heart disease?
Well, I think an important thing for women is that heart disease is the #1 killer of women, and about only 40% of women are actually aware of that. And so it's really imperative that we're aware of our own risk factors and that we advocate for one another, because we can't take care of those around us if we don't take care of ourselves. And so just making sure that you understand your risk factors, you try to be more healthy and active, and just empower each other as women to really focus on the fact that this impacts all of those around us.
Thank you both for being here. Okay, as you're going red, as we're all going red, to make sure that we can support. Big topic. I know Friday's going to be phenomenal. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, and we'll be right back.